We're Honey I Roam.
We're Honey I Roam. I'm Amber, Giulietta's my girlfriend, and our dog Winston live in this truck camper. We renovated it so it looks super cool, and we quit our corporate jobs 3 years ago, and we've been traveling ever since. We are such big fans of mail, like snail mail. It's so nice to be able to send people things. It's like the cheapest thing that you can do in this world for like 50 cents. It's our niece's birthday coming up. Clementine, happy almost 8th birthday. Here comes your card. Hi, we'll be back. Please note the weather where we are right now. I have on long sleeves. I could easily have on long pants and not be hot. This fog, you see all this? Just wait till you see where we're going today. So what it looks like is the road with some fog next to it, but what it actually is the road with fog and a 100-foot drop off right next to us. It is so wild to drive out here. It's pretty scary. Winston, I think, is getting a little bit car sick. He ran and sat in my lap. Anyone who would drive this at night is blowing my mind.
A fifth wheel was on this. Can you imagine? I don't know.
If they can do it.
I don't know. Of course we can do it. I mean, it's after like doing this for the last 2 months, it's gotten so much easier for me to drive these roads.
The fog is starting to clear. The skies are already getting blue.
There is something that I've been wanting to talk to you all about, and that has to do with finances. The reason why we choose to live this way, it has to do with freedom. And you're probably wondering, well, money can also give you freedom. But this is a different type of freedom, and I'll go a little bit more in depth about that later on. We gotta get to the river and go swimming right now, though.
Caught behind Venetian blinds, out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I become.
The first commercial grocery store we've been to in 6 weeks.
What you eating?
Just a little appetizer here, just a giant salad here. I was way too hungry to wait until dinner. Delicious.
That's the first regular chain grocery store we've been to since we've arrived here. It is nice to have a bigger selection. We do have a really good dinner plan, a nice little romantic vacation style dinner. And so we're gonna treat ourselves tonight. We're gonna head to our Harvest Host now. It's gonna be a cute little farm. Let's go check it out.
People knew her by her will, to make it whatever she put her mind to.
Hi, baby. Nice to meet you.
Late night hours up the hill, serving coffee to strangers, talking about revenue.
We're home for the evening. We just met a couple of the neighbors, and they have their horses right here. So we get to spend our evening hanging out with the horses. I wish we brought a carrot to feed them. But they're so nice and welcoming people. This is a sustainable living economy out here, and everyone's really passionate about sharing all of the knowledge and information about it. What they were saying is that it's a pocket of pretty much perfect weather. When it's really hot or really cold, even just a few miles away, it's perfect here.
This is why we live this life. This is the freedom that I'm talking about. These are our days off. We can go to beautiful, amazing locations. We're basically camping here for free tonight. We know it is a Harvest Host. Harvest Host has paid for itself 10 times over for us because we haven't had to pay for campsites in a lot of locations where we didn't have any other choice. So Harvest Host came through for us.
What we do always want to do is support the Harvest Hosts that we're staying at. So here it's just going to be donation based. A lot of other places you're purchasing their goods, but here we're just going to leave a little something in the box. We'll definitely leave a sticker too.
And we're going to close this screen door because there is mosquitoes galore.
We're home. So the big question is, are we happier living this minimum wage life, Or was the six-figure income really what brought us joy? When we moved to San Francisco, we were in our mid-20s and we were ready to grind. We were totally okay with working so much for, now that we're thinking about it, so little. I was working 10-hour days in the tech world from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. We were open 7 days a week. I worked holidays, I worked weekends, and because we weren't around our families, we got to create our own schedule, and I didn't really feel like we were missing that much. But looking back, working 10-hour days and giving away all of our free time, I was ready for something different. And I didn't know if making less money would make me happier, so we had to actually try it to find out.
Just relaxing in the truck camper bed with Winston. He's right behind me. Can you see him? He's one with the pillows right now. I love being up in the bed in here because it's just so cozy and I can look out, the trees all around me, woods all around me. Amber.
Am I the best part?
Yes, you're the best part ever.
It's time for another one of Amber's beer reviews. This beer is from a new and now dear friend. Her name is Annette. She came to visit us at Fort Ross Lodge. There's a Harvest Host spot at Fort Ross Lodge, and she brought her van that she completely renovated all by herself. We got to meet her and she brought these beers for us to try. We're gonna show you the clip of us hanging out right now.
You wanna know why today's a very special day? Because we have a honey here, and actually a fellow YouTuber and van lifer. Check out this view.
Have you met our new friend? If you haven't, you're gonna right now. She's the best, and her name is Annette. She has a YouTube channel, Annette's Van Tees. You gotta subscribe right now because she's so cool, so with it, and she built out this van.
How cute is this?
The details are extraordinary. The colors, my gosh. It's so cozy, so homey.
And you did such an amazing job. We love it so much.
Yes.
Check out this sink. Beautiful sink.
Look at this stove. It's a real stove. You can make a casserole in the stove.
We love it.
And that got me this IPA to try. I'm pretty stoked on it.
You should try it right now.
Right now, no.
No? Okay.
Because I have to wait till it's like really cold so I can appreciate it.
Okay. Annette also thought of me. Look at what she got me. Lavazza cappuccino cold brew. This is gonna come in for my afternoon pick me up right here. I love it.
This beer looks pretty special. It's pretty cool. This is by Belching Beaver Brewery. Did you hear me? Belching Beaver Brewery. That's a mouthful and it's pretty freaking funny. This is an IPA, comes in at 7.1%, and this is the Deftones Phantom Bride IPA. Annette knew I liked an IPA, so definitely came through with this. And I grew up my teenagehood listening to the Deftones, so when she brought this, and I've never talked about that in any of our videos, so I thought that it was pretty cool that she brought this. This is made in Oceanside, California. Let's give it a try. Ooh. Definitely bitter and hoppy, but you know I like that in a beer. We're camping right now, and everything tastes better when you're camping. I'll give it 100 out of 100. Cheers. Is it time to cook?
It's time to cook.
What did you say? What did you say?
It's time to cook!
We ate that salad and then we kind of weren't hungry at the normal time that we would cook dinner, so it is getting a little late right now. But that's okay, we can do whatever we want. We're adults, we're grown-ups, we live on the road. Ain't no one got a schedule. Ooh! One thing that I like about cooking in the truck camper is that only one of us can cook at a time, and it's gonna be Giulietta tonight.
Me. I told you we're having a romantic meal.
There's nothing more romantic.
A beautiful steak. Look at that steak. Nice and thick. Asparagus, a nice bouquet of asparagus. And we got a little pouch of hollandaise sauce for the asparagus.
I've never seen it in a pouch like that.
How cute! Right? I saw it at the store, I had to get it.
You don't have to mix it, it's not a powder, you don't have to have egg yolks.
You don't have to mix the sauce. We're also gonna have some good Dubliner Kerrygold cheese. We are Kerrygold fam all the way. For our steak, we have garlic and herb Kerrygold butter. Is that better lighting?
Much better.
Honestly, on our steak too, we're gonna have this California style garlic powder. Our boss actually gave this. This is from Starcross Family Confraternity, okay, in Annapolis, which is just north of where we are.
What's in it?
There's garlic powder, parsley, organic onion powder in here. We've been letting the steak sit out, get to room temp.
We're having so much fun. If you can't tell, this is so much fun. It just feels so refreshing to live this way, to be out here, to make our own food. A lot of times in our past, we've gone to really nice restaurants. It also inspired us and made us think, we could be making this ourselves. Sometimes it's nice to be treated, for sure. Empowering ourselves to make it ourselves and to get the best quality ingredients is incomparable. Ooh, beautiful.
Just because we've had to tighten our budget a little bit more does not mean that we don't splurge on the good things in life, like a delicious steak cooked perfectly, asparagus, hollandaise sauce, some good cheese, of course bread, you know me.
And some apricots. And our favorite drinks. You know, it's really taught us that to simplify makes you realize that you don't need that many things, so the things that you do get can be the best. The asparagus is charred so nicely. It's so delicious.
Let me have some of this. When I was growing up, we called steak juicy, juicy meat. Mama, if you're out there, look at me, 34 years old, eating my juicy, juicy steak and wiping up the juice with my bread. I know my mom is proud of me. So garlicky. Let's get a piece of steak. It's cooked medium, which is exactly what we wanted for Amber. I like medium rare, but medium works too. I'm happy with it. So tender, salty, melts in your mouth. So we got this one steak, and it's a New York strip. It was $15. I only need half of it, so it's perfect for us to share. Think about how much it would be if you went out and ate this at a restaurant.
$150 with drinks. Is it so good? Okay, I want to try it.
This is my favorite way to eat. Just simple, fresh, creamy, fatty, rich. Man, this is good. This is so simple, but it's so good. Okay.
Alright, so I just got this little knife here. It's absolutely delicious. It is tender. The butter with the garlic and herb in it. Why don't all sticks of butter have that? You know what I like is a meal I can eat with my hands, and I consider that just about any meal. Asparagus, steak, bread, cheese, I can eat it all with my hands. It's just more satisfying to me. I mean, a fork is great, and you know I can do it all fancy, but this is me. This is the real me.
For today's video, I'm gonna be sipping on Little Green Bean. This is Mendocino Coast Coffee Roastery. This is located in Point Arena. This blend is the Surf's Up. We do mostly work at the Fort Ross Lodge, but there is the Fort Ross store that's also across the street that I've started to get shifts at. And you know, your honey is making professional style lattes. My other manager taught me, and I have to say it is so fun. I love it so much, so I think I'm gonna get a few more shifts doing that, but we'll see. I'm happy doing whatever, but it is really fun to learn how to make some fancy lattes. Anyway, the reason why I brought up the Fort Ross store and me making lattes is because this is the coffee that they serve up for the lattes there in the espresso. And I'm gonna say that we get a shift drink every day, which is so kind and super cool. And either it could be a beer, which Amber usually chooses, or it could be a latte. You know I choose that for my afternoon pick-me-up. So if you come visit us, or if you're driving along Highway 1 and you find yourself at the Fort Ross store, this weekend you'll actually see me serving up lattes.
We slept in, we slept good, and I smell coffee.
Perfect.
Coffee time, thank you. Perfect way to wake up.
It's really amazing to be back in a place that we used to vacation and kind of consider a retreat from living in a city. And to be completely honest with you, I've never really have been a city girl. With that being said, I think my time in San Francisco living there, like living a professional type of life and wanting to be something that I'm really kind of not, it was a growing experience. It definitely got me out of my comfort zone. It isn't something that I will never ever take back. So I definitely don't want to discredit that when I'm saying that, oh, we make less money now, so we're so much happier. I mean, there's still things within your own self, money or no money, stress or no stress, that you have to work through. And back whenever we were living in a city, Amber was working constantly, I was working constantly. My whole life kind of became my job. And so anytime that I could take a little vacation and explore, come to places like Guerneville. Looking back now, I realize we were drawn to those areas because it was just nature. It was a true disconnect. It wasn't all of the hustle bustle, constant stress, looking at social media. It was just quiet. It was peace. And I feel like most humans really truly crave that, along with community, nature, working in nature, working with our hands is just inherently a part of us. And I definitely know that about myself. This is a little bit of an insight into why we choose simpler jobs over living a stressful life. I mean, will we always be able to do this? I'm not quite sure, to be honest. Is 6 figures great and making a lot of money great? Absolutely, 100%. If we could do that with our YouTube channel, obviously that would be the goal. For the time being, we have to live a little stricter with our budget or say no to having extra stuff, because ultimately that's really what we would be spending money on if we had extra money. I feel like either way, whether we were making 6 figures, working professional, stressful jobs, we were still super grateful. We were grateful to have that opportunity at the time. We always led with gratitude. And even in this life, we're so grateful to be able to travel, to live freer, to have the freedom of time. Nothing more classic than pancakes when you're camping. You know what my favorite thing with pancakes is? Sausage.
You know what my favorite things about pancakes is? Eating them.
We got some apricots. All we have is some fig preserve, so we're gonna put some fig preserve on it. Amber's been reading her journal to me and some memories. It's so amazing to reminisce on those times and people that we love.
Yeah, those are little details that would normally go not forgotten, but not remembered so significantly. So it's really fun to go through the days, and you know, it really helps you relive all the fun and adventures that we have.
Sweet with the tart, with the savory. Can go home.
Want to try some, Winston? There's a little metal box here where you can leave a keepsake or some money, whatever you want. So we left a sticker and some dollars. She waited. Okay, let's go. Ready? Ready. We almost went back without stopping again at the river. We're like, no, what are we doing? We have to go. Even for an hour, it's just too beautiful, too sunny, and we missed the warmth too much not to go swimming again. It's hot, so we're not gonna be here a long time, just a good time.
Yes. I jumped in. It's pretty dang chilly, I have to say. That's some cold water, but it feels really good, and I feel really refreshed because I was starting to get a little bit stinky since we've been boondocking, and it's hot out here, and I haven't been like hot in a minute. So to get in that cold water is so refreshing.
When we were working our full-time jobs and we would go swimming somewhere and it would be too cold for most people, I would go swimming anyway because I would just imagine how I felt being at work. And I remember being at work and thinking, I would give anything to swim right now. I don't care how cold it is. So when I channeled that out there, I can just whoop, go right underwater, and I'm always so glad I did. I'm so refreshed right now. I'm like on cloud 9. I know we always make our own coffee, but for Christmas we had a Starbucks gift certificate, and I haven't seen a Starbucks in a very long time. With the Safeway today, they had a Starbucks, so I used the rest on this giant espresso drink. Y'all, I'm amped right now. I'm amped.
How many espresso shots?
There's 4 shots in here.
And you had coffee this morning, which you don't normally do.
I'm feeling really good.
I'm soaking in the sunshine right now.
People knew her by her will, to make it whatever she put her mind to. Late night hours up the hill, serving coffee to strangers, talking about revenue. She kept dreaming of a world big enough for everyone, but she knew it must rain before it grows. She kept dreaming of the day.
It's been so fun.
We're Honey I Roam. We're Amber, my girlfriend Giulietta, and our sweet pup
You
Winston.
just said my girlfriend Giulietta. Are we in Ireland? This place is otherworldly. We feel so free and so, I was gonna say whimsical, but I can't say Giulietta would say she feels whimsical right now.
It's a dream.